I was thinking about the movie or the books called Pinocchio, and I reminisced on how Pinocchio, he was ignorant, naive, foolish, and throughout the story, depending on which one you read or watch, Pinocchio is deceived maybe 3, 4 times. He's deceived by con men, scammers. And what they do is each of them, they all promise something great. They tell Pinocchio, you're gonna be this, you're gonna get this, you're gonna go to this place, you're gonna have fun. They all promise him all these good things. Sometimes the con man and or the scammer, they can sense when someone is naive, when someone is ignorant, when someone is foolish. And in the story of Pinocchio, he was fooled on maybe 3 accounts. And Pinocchio reminds me of this dog industry. Because the dog industry, the dog culture, the dog community, the dog society, dog trainers, dog experts, dog media, dog owners, etc., it is a big con. Because those that are wanting to sell something see that these dog nuts, dog owners, dog lovers, they're very naive. They're very ignorant. They're very foolish. They see that. And they're going to exploit their whatever they are, their state. They're going to exploit their weakness. So they continue to lie and lie and lie in order to sell and to keep this dog industry going. The dog industry would not work if majority of people were intelligent, if they were foolproof, if that's the right word, if they knew something. It would not work. They would not receive a dime. It's like selling tree branches and saying this branch will give you this. Or how about the Jack and the Beanstalk story? The dog industry selling you a dog and saying that this dog is going to make you richer. But yeah. And, and you end up getting it. In reality, you end up getting this dog, but it's the complete opposite. Depending on, I guess, your position, but oftenly, the dog nut is going for people that are going to give them money for a dog. The dog industry, pet dog owners, experts, they don't like smart people. Again, this industry would not exist and keep going if everyone was smart and if everyone called out the dog shit that this dog industry is selling. It would not exist. But lucky for them, a lot of ignorant, naive people exist. Many with 1 dog, 3 dogs, 10 dogs. People who are willing to digest the lie and accept it, to accept anything you say and just go with it. That is a fool. And this is what the dog industry wants. They want to con the most naive, the most ignorant, in order to get something in return. And the same thing in the story of Pinocchio. In 2 occasions, they lied to Pinocchio in order, again, to profit from the situation or from Pinocchio. I searched the term con man, and I got confidence trick. And the definition of that, according to Wikipedia, a confidence trick is an attempt to defraud a person or a group after first gaining their trust. This is what dog culture, dog industry does. They have gained the trust of these dog nuts, and now they're able to shove down dog crap after dog crap, and the dog nut, the pit bull nuts, will accept it. They will accept it. They will trust the dog trainer, trust these experts. Oh, this guy's famous. This guy looks nice. He's talking well. I'm going to trust them so I can buy their product, but without realizing they are fooling you. Confidence tricks exploit victims using credulity. I'm not pronounce that word. I'm guessing it's naïve. I've never seen that word. Compassion, vanity, confidence, irresponsibility, and greed. Oh, yeah. So compassion, vanity, confidence, irresponsibility, and greed. Again, dog nuts have compassion for these dogs. Dog nuts, they put on this whole vanity for dogs. Dog nuts are confident with their dogs, and they're confident with their dog trainers and dog experts. And dog nuts are highly, highly irresponsible for their own well-being, for their children's well-being, for the community, and again, for their family and for themselves. And researchers have defined confidence tricks as a distinctive species of fraudulent conduct, intending to further or voluntary exchanges that are not mutually beneficial, as they benefit con operators, con men, at the expense of their victims, the marks. That's what it is. That's what this dog industry is. It's about exploiting, frauding, gaining that trust, making up these benefits with dogs. Dogs are this, and again, conning and fooling these dog nuts. Again, this dog industry is nothing but a con. It is nothing but a scam. It is. It is a multi-billion-dollar scam. And I would not be surprised, and I've been looking into it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the you-know-whos have been running this dog industry from the very beginning. Come on. It's profitable. Multi-billion-dollar industry. Exploiting the goyim, exploiting the fool, saying dogs are this, dogs are that, dogs do this. Like, for instance, wagging their tail. How many times have we seen in the cartoons, in the shows, in the movies, from these experts, on YouTube, in the books, children books, saying dogs wag their tail because they're happy? And again, that has never been the case. There's so many times where a dog is attacking and killing innocent people, other dogs, and their tail is wagging. I just watched a video of a mountain lion attacking a dog, and guess what? His tail was wagging. So you're telling me this dog is happy because he's getting attacked by a mountain lion? Again, con, a big scam. A big scam. That dog tail wagging, I don't know how they did it, but they have been able to fool people for over, let's say over hundreds of years. Hundreds of years of stating that dogs wag their tail because they're happy. And that's all they needed to fool these dog nuts. Who remembers, I don't get them anymore, but who remembers these Microsoft calls? It says, I'm calling from Microsoft. I heard you had a virus. Who remembers getting these? Or the duct cleaning or whatever. There's other scams, other whatever the case may be. And unfortunately, a lot of people have fallen for this. And I won't lie. When I was a teen, I was a fool. I was a fool. This is, man, this is like before, I don't know. I've always done my research, but sometimes you just slack off. Happened maybe 13 years ago. And they called and they said a problem with my computer. Again, I should have done my research. I should have, instinct should have kicked in and be like, something's not right here, but I don't know what happened. And I kind of went through it. Long story short, they had took control of my computer for maybe 2 seconds. Once I realized that they were taking control of my computer, I shut the computer down, unplugged it. I was spooked for that time. I was a fool. I admit it. I was a fool. I know what it is like to be a fool. I think everyone once in life has been fooled. And I hear fireworks. And these dog nuts have been fooled for their entire life. I was only fooled for that, 10, 15 minutes. And again, they would call me again, but it didn't work. But dog nuts, unfortunately, some were born dog nuts and they die dog nuts. So they live a life of being a fool to this dog and to this dog culture. We all make mistakes. We all do dumb things. And many times we learn from those mistakes. I learned. But a lot of these dog nuts, like Jacqueline Duran, these pipple nutters, they don't learn. They don't learn from their mistakes. And again, this is what the dog industry wants. They want a group of dumb ass people like dog nuts to not learn from their mistakes so they can continue to be fooled in order, again, bottom line, in order to keep pumping their money into someone else's hands just for a worthless mutt. Disney villains and Disney movies, to me, a lot of them it's all the same. Same kind of character, same villain, same side characters, adventures, same ending. You know the drill. The hero or the main protagonist, we'll pronounce that word right, is often a fool. They're naive, they're desperate, they have big goals. They bring pressure to be something big, and oftentimes the villain Many of these villains, like Scar, I forgot this guy's name, from the Princess and the Frog. I think Hades. A lot of them. They promise the main character, the good guy, a promise. They say you can get this if you do this. And what happens? The main character believes it. Falls for that trick, and the rest of the movie, they have to deal with their mistake because they were a fool to accept the villain's promise. Again, just like we stated in the beginning, these villains, con men, they look for trust. They want trust. They want victims to have compassion, vanity. They want some that are greedy, some that are irresponsible, and for sure, a lot of these main characters are greedy. They want something because they're selfish. They're egotistical. They're what am I thinking? They're all about themselves. They want something so bad, but sometimes they look up to the villain because they trust the villain. The villain says a few things, saying this, if you do this, you're gonna get this. And not often, like nearly every single time, the main character or the hero gets fooled. Every time they get fooled nearly every single time. This is no different from dog culture. No different from this con game in dog culture. So this dog industry, according to this, they say pet, but come on. Majority of this it's dogs. It's about the dog. Well, they say it's a $104 billion industry. This pet culture, really dog culture, is a $104 million industry and has seen 100% growth over last decade and shows no sign of slowing down. And look what picture they use. Look at the picture they use. You're telling me that this picture. These let's pretend all of these are the dog industry. They're the ones pulling strings in order to sell these dogs. Do you think they care about, you being happy with the dog? They care about your well-being? You think they care about the truth? No. Pretty much all of these guys, mostly all of them, they have to lie in order to get what they want. The dog industry has to lie and make up things in order to make bank. This dog industry would not be worth this much if it was not for the naive and for the ignorant and for the foolish, known as these dog lovers and these dog owners, which I call dog nuts. They add pet supplements on the rise. I mean, it's really dogs. I mean, again, it's about the dog. Majority is about the dog. So dog supplements on the rise. New product innovation again for these worthless mutts. They also add high-end products on the rise. Again, all about conning these dog nuts. They see a celeb with it. They see, their neighbor with it. People they look up to. And that's how it goes. And that's how it starts. These commercials, again, commercials are like con men. Like, these infomercials are like con men. All about trying to trick you into purchasing their product. these dog trainers are basically the product. They try to, or the dog's the product, whatever. They try to lie and to get you to buy their product, these experts. And how about the veterinarian, these vets? I mean, without dogs, the vet, I didn't look it up though. The vet would be a broke ass industry. Without dogs, the veterinarian industry would go broke. Oftentimes or not, it's these worthless dogs that are in it because, again, a lot of these dogs contain a lot of diseases. They get sick fast. They have physical problems. They're just brain dead. They eat anything. And guess what? These dog nuts have to take their dog to the vet and pay them money to help fix their worthless mutt. Tell me that's not a con. Tell me this is not a scam. Where people are purchasing pretty much broken dogs that are going to get sick, that are going to be hurt, and the vet says, hey, bring your dog to me, and they do that, paying hundreds and thousands of dollars for a dog. Tell me this dog industry, the vet industry, isn't working hand in hand with each other. You can't say they're not. They also add pet niches on the merging, whatever that is. And you got to insure your pet. That's more money. So again, this dog industry is a con game. They need dumb ass dog nuts to purchase these dogs so they can purchase other things, so they can go to the vet and do all this unnecessary stuff. Again, it is a con. It's about the money. It is about the money, and they themselves, whether they say it themselves or they're partners with someone else, they will make up these lies about dogs. They're going to make it up. They're going to lie. Say they're tail wags because they're happy. Say dogs know this. Dogs do this. Dogs are therapy. Dogs are... A big lie. A big hoax. A very big hoax. And again, the American Kennel Club, they say Americans experienced in 2020, people focused more than ever on their dogs, as in dogs. For the first time, the dog industry sales exceeded 100 billion, according to this, probably a dog nut society. You can't tell me it's not a con game, man. Like dogs, it's the big dog industry is the biggest con. And here we have Honest John, who was the one that started, who was the first one to con Pinocchio. The first one to con Pinocchio, because again, this guy saw Pinocchio, and he looked at Pinocchio, observed him, and said, "This guy looks naive. This guy looks ignorant, like a fool." And that's what dog nuts are. They're fools. Each and every one of them are fools. If you love a dog, have a dog, own a dog, you are a fool. Yeah. So, dog industry is nothing but a big trick. The dog industry is nothing but a dog of mischief. Their intent, again, it's to make money. I think it goes a little deeper than that. I think it's not just about money, but the main focus, again, it's about money. And the only way you can get money is to have a fool. You need fools in order to make a decent amount of money. A lot of companies, telemarketing, well, I don't know, at various stores and shops, again, a lot of them will con you and scheme you and make up lies in order to get sales. I've never done sales before, but I'm guessing a lot of people who have done sales, they had to kind of twist the truth a little. They had to make a little lie in order to make a sale. Because you don't get a sale, you don't get paid. Dog industry's the same thing. If you don't lie, you're not going to get paid. And they've been lying for over, I'm going to say, hundreds of years, 200 of years about these dogs. It's a big lie. How did we go from when I read, New York was like killing dogs in an instant, to look where we are today. Look where we are today. $100 billion industry. They went from killing dogs in an instant, stray dogs in an instant, to now making over hundreds. You can't tell me, oh, they didn't think of this. You can't say they didn't think. Of course they did. They saw a profit from these dogs. $100 billion industry. And again, they use these celebs, these dog trainers, these dog experts, YouTube, the media, to push this dog garbage, this dog shit. But they need a fool, though. And I know they don't like people like me. Like, con men, again, they don't pick the smartest people. Con men don't pick the strongest people. Because it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Imagine, these callers being honest and saying, hey, I'm from India, but I want to look at your computer. Can you give me access to your computer? Can you pay me money so I can fix your computer? Imagine that. Wouldn't make sense. Which is why they have to lie. They gotta trick. But they need a fool. They need fools. These villains all need fools. All of them, they needed a fool in order to gain a profit. Every one of them. I don't know their names, but Simba. He was a fool. I'm guessing Hercules was a little bit of a fool. Arrow was one of the most naive fools out of all of them, probably. Tatiana was a fool. Man, there's no denying that this dog industry is a hoax. It's a con game. It's a scam. Like I said, it's about the money, but I think there's more to it. I think this dog culture is nothing more than a distraction to where it has affected relationships with people to people, where it has killed relationships, where it affects socialization. A lot of people are selling for dogs and not wanting to be around other people. People are saying dogs are better than people. People are calling dogs family. There's some dog nuts are actually marrying their dog. So you can't tell me this dog culture is not a scam. You cannot tell me this dog culture is organic. It's just natural. I still reckon there is a hidden hand, the biggest con man or woman or whatever of them all, pulling strings. Pulling strings in this dog culture. And they again, I'm gonna repeat myself a lot, but you gotta. Sometimes you just have to keep repeating. That's what the dog culture does. The dog culture repeats. And I forgot what I was gonna say now. But again, the dog culture, it needs a fool. It needs someone that it needs people that are ignorant, naive. Look at these again. Look at these service dogs, therapy dogs. They need fools. They need people who are incompetent, lazy, who can't fix their own problems. They need, I don't know, mentally ill people. They need sick people who can't fix their own problems, that are just so petty, but they settle for a dog because, again, the dog industry has been pushing it. Wanting dogs in schools, in hospitals, everywhere, in stores. It's a con game. This whole mental illness thing, it's a con. I think some of it's true, but I think a lot of it is a con game. A lot of it's a con game to put people on meds, to put people to sell therapy, to sell these dogs. Big con game. Big con game. And a lot of you dog nuts, dog owners, dog lovers, dog experts, and the dog trainer, you've been conned. You are a fool. And these dog trainers, I guarantee you a lot of them make money off of pit bull nutters. But nevertheless, these dog trainers, they need dogs that don't listen. They need dogs that are disobedient. They need dogs that just are horrible, that are worthless. Because if all dogs behave like, let's say, like cats, dog trainers would not exist. These dog trainers need stupid fools. They need dumb dogs. They need bad dogs. Because without them, they don't make money. They don't. These dog nuts don't want to fix your dog within a day. They don't want to do that because you don't make money off of that. They want to take their time. Make up stuff. Make up stories. Make up plans. Like, I don't know. They say their basic training is $100 an hour, but then they say, hey, your dog is doing this. Your dog needs this. So you need to upgrade to platinum. We can do something for a month for another $1,000. I don't know what the case may be, but I guess things like that do happen within this dog culture. All a scam. It is a big scam. I'm going to end it there. This is another Worthless Mutts. I'm Gore the Dog Butcher. And remember, it's okay to hate dogs.